to Psalms 139. Psalms 139. You don't mind resting on your feet as we read from the NIV version. It says, "You have searched me, Lord, and you know me. You know when I sit down, you know when I rise. You perceive my thoughts from afar. You discern my going out and my laying down. You are familiar with all my ways. Before a word is on my tongue, you, Lord, know it completely. Lord, have mercy. You hem me in, behind, and before, and you lay your hand upon me. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me, too lofty for me to attain. Where can I go from your spirit? Where can I flee from your presence? If I go up to the heavens, you're there. If I make my bed in the depths, you are there. If I rise on the wings of the dawn, if I settle on the far side of the sea, even there your hand will guide me. Your right hand will hold me fast. If I say, surely the darkness will hide me, and the light becomes night around me, even the darkness will not be dark to you. The night will shine like the day. For darkness is as light to you." Lord have mercy. Here's the crux of my message today. "For you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful." It's as if he's looking in the mirror at himself and saying, "God, your works are wonderful. I look good. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well my frame was not hidden from you. When I was made in the secret place, when I was woven together in the depths of the earth, your eyes saw my unformed body. All my days are ordained for me. They were written in your book, before one of them came to be." In other words, God has all your days already written out. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. I'm going to talk from this subject, and I'm going to do as fast as I can. I'm going to talk from this subject, and I want you to touch three people and tell them this with all the gusto and fervor that you can. Look them in the eye and tell them, "I am gifted." That don't sound like y'all believe it. You don't sound. I want you to tell them like you believe it. Find somebody else, tell them, "I am gifted. I'm gifted." Contact that gifted person next to you. Let's pray. Let's pray. Let's pray. Help me, Lord. Father, we thank you. We thank you for what you're about to deposit within our spirits today. We open up our hearts now to receive what thus saith the Lord. We allow your word. As we receive your word, God, we ask that it transform our very being into what you made us to be. Help us to understand that we are gifted. Every person in this room is fashioned, formed, and wired by you to do a specific task in this earth. So speak, Lord. Your servant is listening. Jesus' name. Somebody say amen. Let me wait to see if I find one more person. Tell them I'm gifted. Good news I have for you today is simply this, that no matter what circumstances surrounded your arrival here on planet Earth, you're not a mistake. In fact, say that, I'm not a mistake. Help me, Holy Ghost. Say it again, I'm not a mistake. You're not an accident. You're not your mama's oops. Or your daddy's uh-oh. In fact, if you're here on earth, you're here because there's something that the earth needs that God hid in you. I have to tell you that your purpose is much greater. Your purpose here on earth is much greater than you living a life from paycheck to paycheck, just being able to pay your bills. You have much greater purpose than that in this earth. The systems of this world have taught us to sell ourselves much too short. Somebody say amen to that. But you were sent here by a greater power because the earth has a need that only you can meet. Oh, help us today. So regardless of where you were born and regardless of how much melanin you have in your skin, you're gifted. In fact, everything God makes has a gift in it. Even a seed has something to offer. Lord have mercy. Everything God makes has a gift in it. So God sent you to this earth, packaged you in your skin for you to do something for him. And now listen, you're delivering your gift is your obligation to the earth. We'll say that again. Delivering your gift is your obligation. Right? You owe me what you're carrying. Okay. All right, let's define gift. The gift is the inherent capacity to fulfill a function that meets a need in creation. Say it again. It is an inherent, everybody say inherent. It is an inherent capacity to fulfill a function that meets a need in the earth. Inherent means didn't nobody give it to you. All right? You came here with this. You came here with the gift already in you. God put something in you to fulfill a function in the earth that only you can feel, that creation is crying for. I know that sounds too big, y'all. I know that sounds big, but I'm not here to awe you. I'm trying to awaken something in you. Because you're not here for yourself. And your gift is not for you. You can't learn this in school. You can't learn your gift in school. Your gift can't be learned. It can only be refined. It can only be sharpened. Can't learn it. So, how many of you in here have a job? Have ever had a job? It should be just about always. Let me tell you this. You got a job. You were not made to have a job. Okay? You were never meant to be employed. Y'all got quiet on me right now. You were never meant to be anybody's employee. Lord, help me here today. I'm walking on thin ice right now. You were never meant to be anybody's employee. Watch this, y'all. When you're someone's employee, when someone employs you, they take your skill set and they apply your skill set to meet their need. They take your capability, your sweat meant to be employed. You are not meant for employment. You are meant for deployment. Employ is when you come in under somebody else and that somebody else pulls from you what you have. Deploy means I don't go under anybody else. I send out from myself my gifts and my talents, and it brings back to me without it cuts out the middleman. When you are employed, watch this, y'all. Didn't I just tell y'all were gifted? You know what employment does. When you're employed, it destroys your gift. Lord have mercy. When you're wasting time doing something for somebody else, you have to minimize what you were meant to do. When you're employed, you don't have time to think about your gift. This system has conditioned us to believe that we are here to get a job, get married, have a family, get a house, pay bills, so I said pay taxes, retire, and die. Fast enough. I'm going to say something that might shake you a little bit. Sometimes, y'all ready for this? Sometimes hate is your best friend. Oh, have mercy. Sometimes hate is, I know the Bible says God is love. But the Bible also talks about some things that God hates. David said there's 7 things that God hates. So what I'm suggesting to you is that sometimes hate is your friend. What do you hate? Because you're not being honest if you walk around here and acting like, well, I just love everything. No, honestly, what do you hate? Because life moves toward the things you love. Life moves you toward the things you love. Life moves you away from the things you hate. Your problem is, and the reason why you are staying stuck where you are in your condition is because you don't hate it enough. Whatever you don't hate, you allow. And whatever you allow, go hang around. Lord have mercy. So somebody tell you, sometimes hate is your friend, but I don't hate you. I don't hate you. Whatever you were created to become, whatever you were created to become, you possess now. Whatever you were born to do is not ahead of you, it's within you. Some things you're not supposed to like. Somewhere along the way, we acquired a taste for things that are detestable to God. Lord have mercy. He says, God says, be ye holy, for I am holy. Say that, be ye holy, for I am holy. God is telling you to be holy. Now, we understand the word holy to mean called out, but in the Jewish culture, the word holy simply means one. In their culture, the word holy means one. Now, though it means one, it is made up of two parts. Holy is made up of this: integrity and character. Integrity and character. In integrity, from which we get our word to integrate, to bring together. So holy means the part that means integrity. It is saying that everything that has to do with anything in my life has been integrated under the lordship of Jesus Christ. It means character. It means character. Now to the Jews, the basic definition of the word character, watch this, means without clay. Without clay. The idea is, when they made a statue, it is made of stone or marble or whatever it's made out of, but if something gets broken, if a finger gets broken on the statue, what they would do is they would take a piece of clay, mold it into that finger, and they'll put it onto that statue to make the statue look whole. But it's not whole. A part of it is made out of clay. Character means without clay. In other words, that it is whole. There's nothing hypocritical about it. It is whole. It is everything that I say I am, that's what I am. Oh, y'all ain't gonna help me. That's what I am. That's what makes up holy. Integrity and character. He said, be a person of integrity and hold fast to your character. God help me now. One. It means one. It means one. Now watch this. Watch this. Holy means one. Say that. Holy means one. That means that this concept of holiness is not generic. Meaning, my holiness might not be your holiness. Lord have mercy. Y'all ain't gonna help me here today. It means my holiness may not be your holiness. Oh, Lord have mercy. See, you want to hold people accountable for what God told you to do. Just because you don't watch TV, don't mean it's a sin for everybody not to watch TV. It's generic. Now, there are principles and laws that we all abide by, but sometimes, watch this, God calls you to a higher level. Not because you're better than anybody, but because you're available to God. Touch yourself and say, I'm gifted. I'm trying to hurry. Touch yourself and say, I'm gifted. The wealthiest place on the planet, is the cemetery. If we could mine the cemetery like we mine for gold, we'd be the richest people on earth. Because buried in the cemetery are inventions that were never invented. Or books that were never written. Buried in the cemetery are ideas that never came to reality. Visions that never manifested. In the cemetery are paintings that were never painted. Songs that were never recorded. Businesses that were never built. Sermons that were never preached. Buried in the cemetery are treasures that make God weep. I'm afraid that most of us in this room are going to add to the wealth of the cemetery. Lord have mercy. And that's sad, y'all. Because buried inside of you are dreams that you carry, ideas that God planted in your heart that you have yet to bring to fruition. It's called potential. Everybody say potential. You're sitting on a gold mine of potential. It is your untapped power, unused ability, dormant strength. Potential is all you could be but hadn't become yet. Potential is how far you could go but hadn't gone that far. Potential is who you really are, but you ain't showed yourself to anybody. And get this, potential, bro Randy, is never what you've already done. Potential is never what you've already done. It's always what you could be doing. Don't let the applause of the people be your reward. Lord, have mercy. Don't let the pat on the back be what you've been going for. Whenever you've done something, it is no longer potential. Potential is the unused part of who you are that's still within you. Touch yourself and say, I got something in me. I got something in me. So potential is never what you've already done, but what you could do. Then you should never be impressed by what you've already done. Admiring what you've done stops you from doing what you could do. And whenever you become satisfied that what you've done is the best you can do, you just died. But if what you've done didn't kill you, it's because you got more in you. Until you stop breathing, you're still pregnant with something. If you fail to accomplish what God has put you in this earth to accomplish, you are a generational thief. You rob us of the treasure that God put in you. So it's too early. It's too early to park in the driveway of achievement. Speaking of cars, y'all was supposed to laugh like that. Speaking of cars, if you walked up to your car and you said to your car, "You so stupid," can the car still go 120 miles an hour? If you walked up to your car and you said, "You're dumb, ignorant, and I don't think you're going anywhere in life," can the car still go 120 miles an hour? If you walked up to your car and say, "You too red, I don't like your color," can the car still go 120 miles an hour? What folk said about you does not change what's under your hood. What you think about the car is irrelevant to the car's ability. So why are you worried about what folks say? Look, touch your neighbor, touch your neighbor, touch your neighbor. Say this. Say, "Neighbor, don't take this personally, but I don't care what you think about me." Staying on the car, say, you've been driving 45 miles an hour all your life. Lord have mercy. And that's all you do on 45, all you do. You've been driving 45 all your life. And if I go by you doing 120, you're impressed with me. What you don't realize is you got the same capability under your hood. But you're doing 45 because that's all you know. Until you press the gas, give it a little bit more throttle, you'll never know what you can do. Touch your neighbor and say, "You got to press the gas, man. You got to press it." While you drop my daughter, Teresa, Lord have mercy, bless her soul. But I have a big family, y'all. All of us can't get travel, we have to use two cars. And Tariq was often the driver in the second car. And oftentimes when we're driving, I'm just driving along, doing maybe a little bit more than speed limit. But I look at my rearview mirror and Tariba is just strolling along. And in my mirror, she's getting smaller and smaller and smaller until she's no longer in view. Tariba drives so slow that a total went by her the other day. Tariba was like, "What was that? What was that?" Let's get off track. But one day I noticed I was driving along and I forgot about Tariba. The next thing I know, something passed me. And I was like, "What was that? What was that?" And it was Tariba. That child learned that if I want to keep up with Daddy, I got to press this gas. One more thing about the car, and then I'm going to move off that. Watch this, y'all. Have you ever noticed, no, it ain't me, but have you ever noticed that when you get a new car, you got a new car, and you love your new car. I mean, you got that thing, you saw it on the lot, you knew that was the car you wanted. You got that car and you said, my buddy's going to be, they going to love this thing. You got in that new car and you drove it off the lot. Now as you driving that car off the lot, you going down the road, you notice everybody else got the same car. Now, before you got your car, you didn't see that car nowhere on the road. You didn't see that car nowhere. You drove that car a lot thinking you the only one. But once you got in that car, man, every third car was your car. You know what happened? Here's what happened. Once you sat behind the seat and started driving your car, your eyes were open to another level. Those cars that you see now have been there the whole time. They've been there the whole time. It's just that once you sit in something you ain't sat in before, you're seeing things you never saw before. Y'all ain't hearing me today. God told me to tell you, once you step into who you are and start driving who you are, God's going to show you stuff that's been there the whole time. Been there the whole time. So, your greatest enemy is not the devil. He doesn't like you, don't get me wrong. You wish you wasn't here. But your greatest enemy is not the devil. Hosea 4:6 says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Get this, y'all. He says, because they have rejected knowledge, I have to reject them. Wow. The reason you're having so much trouble is because of what you don't know. And the thing you don't know about is yourself. God says, because you won't get the knowledge about who you are, I can't walk with you. God says, I have to reject you until you find out who you are. Lord, have mercy. Why is this important? Because it is our job as believers to represent, everybody say represent. It is our job as believers to represent God, to Johnny Smith here. Robert Mallett. That's somebody's real name. Stanley Highsmith here. Stacy Hurd here. Or rather, let me back up. Stacy Hurd, present. Present means I'm here, right? So if it is my job to represent God, it means that when I show up, just too heavy for you. When I show up as God. Lord help us. Not that I am God, but I am God. In other words, I am God's representation of himself. In my integrity and in my character, I represent. So present means that to present means that I show something to you, I bring something to you, I exhibit something before you. The disciples said to Jesus, show us the Father. Jesus said, when you've seen me, you've seen the Father. In other words, he is representing, he represents God. And I share one more thing with you. It's important that you know who you are so that you won't look for other folks who will feel you. Ecclesiastes 3 and 11. This is my favorite, one of my favorite verses of Scripture. Ecclesiastes 3 and 11. Watch this, y'all. It says, God has made everything beautiful in its time. Here it is. He also set eternity in the human heart. God has set eternity in the human. Everybody make a fist. Make a fist. Make a fist. Look at it. Look at it. Open your fist up. Now make a fist again. Okay? God says that's about the size of a human heart, your fist. God says that in that space, he has placed eternity. Okay. He said, that's huge. I mean, I tried to look some things up and it's just too many numbers. It's just going to confuse you. But he says, I put eternity in the human heart, within you, behind your chest cavity, behind your rib cage is an organ no bigger than the size of your fist, pumping blood throughout your body, the human heart. God says, in that I placed eternity. Here's what I want to show you. If my heart, the capacity of my heart is so huge that all of eternity, time and space, the Milky Way, there are millions of Milky Ways. The Milky Way is, it says, about 56 trillion miles. It says that the fastest thing that man makes, which is called the New Horizon, is some type of aircraft. It travels at 37,000 miles per hour. 37,000 miles per hour. If it went from one end of the Milky Way to the other end of the Milky Way, it would take it 38,000 years to get across the Milky Way, traveling at that rate of speed. That's just one Milky Way. There are millions of Milky Ways. God says all of that is in the human heart. So if my human heart has that much capacity, how is it that you are requiring some man to fill it? Well, how can you require some woman to fill your heart? If my heart is that big, it is impossible for any person, y'all ain't gonna hear me, for any person to fulfill what only God can fill. You are looking for somebody to do what only God can do. Can't nobody fill your heart. You're trying to make somebody do what they cannot do. So I was writing this sermon, God just jumped. I'm flowing, but I felt the Spirit jump in. The Spirit of God told me to make sure we pray for people who are living in fear. Always worried about what could happen. Therefore, here, worried about having a stroke. Living in fear about having a stroke. Living in fear they might die. Living in fear that their spouse is cheating on them. You got to get to a point where you just stop worrying about things you can't control. Say this over your own life. Say this. Say, good things are supposed to happen to me. Good things are supposed to happen to me. When I need you to say it like you believe it, say, good things are supposed to happen to me. Good things are supposed to happen to me. Most of us in this room, something good does happen. We say things like, oh, this is too good to be true. Something bad must be about to happen. When you say things like that, guess what happens? Something bad happened. Not because it was on your schedule, but because that's the order you put forth. That's right. Lord have mercy. Well, come on, say it again. Good things are supposed to happen. You know why I want you to say it? Because the Bible says, thou shalt decree a thing, and it shall be established. It shall accomplish that for which it was sent forth. Say it again. Good things shall happen for me. You got to learn to watch your words. Watch your words. Watch the words that come out of your mouth, because your words have creative power and they have destructive power. The Bible says that you are snared by the words of your own mouth. Tell your neighbor, watch what you say. Never say I'm broke. Don't ever say I'm broke. Say I'm overcoming a cash flow issue. Overcoming. Stop requiring people to do things that only God can do. In fact, some of y'all need to apologize to some folks because your expectation was too high for them. Lord have mercy. The problem is not them. The problem is your expectation. Closing. Listen to me, y'all. There's a limited time on your stay here on earth. Every day that goes by, you're running out of time. Don't have long to get over what you need to get over. Don't have long to fix what you need to fix. Don't have long to forgive what you need to forgive. You don't have long. The clock is ticking, y'all. While you're trying to make up your mind, time is passing away. The most angry people on earth are people who miss their turn. Now they're bitter. Bitter people who miss their turn will try to kill your future. There's nothing as bad as somebody who's upset over something that they did, but they blame you for not fixing the problem that they created. So you have an opportunity. Don't waste this opportunity to step into who God called you to be. Don't waste this opportunity to do good. Don't waste this opportunity to say, I'm sorry. Don't waste this opportunity to say, thank you. How you manage this moment will determine the outcome as to whether or not you acquiesce back to the gravitational pull of your past, or whether you go forward to be all that God has called you to be. You're gifted. Therefore, I moonlight at a place every now and then where I work. A place that I call the name of the place where it is. There's a place that I work where folk complain to me all the time about them that they're having to work 7 days a week and never get a day off. They've already planned for that facility to be off Christmas, but to work all the way up to Christmas. Right after Christmas, come right back into work. And we got Thanksgiving Day off. They're complaining. Every time I go in, I'm tired of working. I wish I had a day off to come to church. Pastor, I'm coming to church, but I can't get a day off. They're being driven as slaves, accomplishing somebody else's vision. They're doing me live right now. The camera's up there. I want you to zoom in on me. I'm talking to those people that's at work right now. You feel like you can't get a heads up because they got you working all the time. I want to say to you that God has more for you. And I prophesy to you that if you receive this word, God's going to pull you up out of that plant and give you your own business. The folks struggling every day, trying to pull things together and hold things together because they're not focusing on what God made them to be. They're trying to do something for somebody else so they can get a bill paid. There's more to you than that. There's so much more, so much more to you than that. You don't have to acquiesce to somebody else's plan. You stand up and be what God called you to be and do what God called you to do. I ain't telling you to quit your job. You ain't going to blame that on me. But I'm telling you to refocus your attention. Refocus your attention and allow God to show you who you are. You stand up, and even if the place you work is the platform God wants to use your ministry, you use that. You go in there, and you know I'm not here to get a paycheck. I'm here to expand the kingdom of God. Come on, minister where you are. Work God's plan where you are. Do what God called you to do right there while you're flipping burgers, whatever it is you're doing. There's somebody looking at me right now who's behind somebody's cash register. And you know that's not what God called for you to do. The reason why you had to be born, God help. The reason why you had to leave your mama's womb is because you got too big. You outgrow the space. And when you outgrow the space, it's time to move on. Time to be birthed into something that's much bigger than where you are. That dream you have, that's not some random idea that you just came up with. Jarvis, God put that in you. God put that in you. Sometimes in order for God to wake you up, God will often, listen, God will often take big measures to wake you up. My son got up one morning and went to work like every other day. Every other day. Drove the city truck like he did every other day. Minding his own business, driving, minding the speed limit, doing what he was supposed to do like he did every day. But one day, somebody veered off the road. Went and hit his truck. Knocked the whole back end off the truck. Thank God that it did damage, but it didn't do a whole lot of damage. But it did enough to where my son hadn't been to work in, about 6 months now? But now all my son talks about, Dad, I'm going to start my own business. And he's so excited. He's already got the numbers figured out. He got everything. And he just shows it to me. And I just have to act like I understand what he's saying. And he just showed it to me. But he's so excited about what. But look, it took somebody running him off the road. Sometimes God got to send somebody to run you off the road. To wake something up in you. So keep dreaming. Keep seeing yourself. That's important. Keep seeing yourself doing what God called you to do. I'm done. But listen. Always become what you see. Always. Whatever you see is what you're going to be. If you see your friends all the time, guess who you just like? Just like your friends. Just like. However you envision yourself is what your life follows. Come. What you see. What do you see? What do you see? If you always see yourself as somebody's girlfriend, you're going to always be somebody's girlfriend. What do you see? If you always see yourself broke, busted, and disgusted, you're going to always be broke, busted, and disgusted. What do you see? For it does not yet appear what we shall be. But when he shall appear, we shall be like him. Why? For we shall see him